So my son is 16. He's a musical genius. He plays the piano, he plays multiple instruments. Because of our experience in working with the Options Group, he now has a voice. And I'm just so proud of him now because we see a much more confident individual. And I feel like he's ready to take on the world.
One morning I was walking my dog. The dog saw a squirrel, chased after the squirrel. I couldn't hold the dog, so I fell down on the concrete street and couldn't get up. And eventually went to Landau House, and that's where the Option Group came in and met me. Did everything they could for me, whether it was speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, monitored my medications. Without the Option Group, I don't know where I'd be right now.
12 and a half years ago, I started the Option Group because I saw there was a need for case management, not only in the world of catastrophic injury where I started, but also with seniors who needed advocacy and families that needed somebody to help them navigate the healthcare maze. And we have also recently expanded our services to include educational advocacy and helping to navigate care and school individualized educational plans for kids.
If a family comes in and says, I am having some difficulties with the school, I don't know what my child needs, I'm not sure that we're getting everything they're supposed to get, now they can reach out to the Option Group and have an advocate who's working with them directly to make sure that we know what services are needed and advocate for those services to take place in the school and sometimes in the community.
The Option Group is able to help me and my husband and my son with identifying things that we would never even think about. And just having a solid plan in place to make sure that his day in that environment was productive and conducive for learning for him.
They got all my medications taken care of, everything at the nursing home where I was at, whether it was speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, everything I mentioned, they made sure all that was done. The Option Group would come in and make sure everything was done properly, and it was.
Looking at lots of different things, their living environment, their medications, what they're able to do for themselves, what they need assistance with. Are they able to manage finances, medications, transportation issues? We try to look at all of that and then come up with some solutions, provide them that information, and then implement it. Our goal is what their goal is. You know, we want them to be happy with our services. We want them to be able to acknowledge, you know, how we were able to meet them where they were and try to get them to a better situation.
I needed help with both my parents, but primarily my mother. I was taking care of her for a while, and she went in the hospital and wanted to bring her back home, but I just wasn't sure what the options were. Wasn't sure how to get her in a nursing home. Wasn't sure what help was available. So, Lee suggested the Option Group, and I met with them, and I worked with Jackie Tangiers, and she helped me to see what options were available.
Jason's a member of the church where I serve, so when visiting with families and situations are getting more complicated or challenging, it's just overwhelming. And even as a pastor, hearing the prayer, how do I care for my mom? Just trying to realize, how do you balance? Their needs were both different, but they were both on Jason's shoulders. It was a relief to learn with him what the options were so that he could achieve a good goal for his mom.
We understand the resources that are available, and we are really good at solving problems. And if we don't know the answer, we're really good at finding it out.
So my family is extremely thankful for our experience with the Option Group. And right now we're at a place where we're functioning in terms of maintaining his mental wellness.
Without the Option Group, I have no idea where I'd be.
So if there's something that we can see that would make the scenario better, make them function better, give them more supports than they had prior to that, we're always doing that. We're always looking for things to help support the family and the individual that's receiving services.
Understand that you don't have to walk this journey alone. I would say if you are able to get the services, you will have more peaceful nights.